Hey everyone, it's 𝗕𝗢𝗢𝗏 here. I am a quantum health coach, a yoga teacher, and a stage 3 bowel cancer survivor. I help entrepreneurs to get rid of overwhelm and stress so they can create unstoppable energy and emotional clarity. And today I'm going to be talking about something that was like a game changer for me, and it's my morning routine. Now, I believe that there is talks about morning routine everywhere, but I think it's important for you to meet where you are at. I started a morning routine as such when I went from, being at home doing cancer treatment to going back part-time to my old corporate job. I realized that I did not have any time in my life, with 2 young kids, if I didn't do whatever I needed to do for myself in the morning. I had built all these beautiful practices during chemo, but obviously when I had to be in the office, I couldn't do any of it unless I developed a proper morning routine. Now, I know what you're thinking, Angelica, but I'm not a morning person. I have never been a morning person. My son would wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning as a baby. He's 10 now, and it would just kill me. I would just be thinking like, God, why did you give me a child that wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning, right? So I've never been a morning person, and I could easily sleep until 12 o'clock if you let me. But here I was, going back to normal life after cancer treatment, thinking to myself, how am I going to fit this self-care? How am I going to fit this time for me that I really promised myself after cancer that I was going to honor? So I started waking up at 6 o'clock, and I started developing a routine around my meditation and my exercise so I could have that time doing that before I went to work. And the more I did that, I kind of started enjoying that even more, and I started waking up a little bit earlier. So these days I wake up at 5:30 and I do a meditation, and then I exercise. I've been doing that now for 4 years. Almost 3 years. And I think that, there has been an absolutely game changer in my life. After, I left my corporate job and I started my business, I never stopped, practicing my morning routine. It's something that I have been, it's so ingrained in me right now that it's something that, if I don't do it, I feel like it's part of me is missing. But how did I get here? Right? I think it's really important for you to be real with yourself and being truthful to yourself and making a decision in what are you going to do in this morning routine, and it doesn't have to be like a 45 minutes exercise class. It doesn't have to be, going somewhere, with like getting on traffic and taking the time to go in somewhere. It can be something very simple that it can be very efficient and very good for you, that you feel the same benefits in the same way. And I think that that's what stops people. They think like, unless I do a 45 minutes class, I'm not going to get the results. And the answer is you will get the results, because I started, my whole healing journey just doing a 10 minutes walk, just hopping on my bike for 10 minutes, which was in a wind trainer at home, by doing a yoga class for 10 minutes. You need to be really honest with yourself and see, what can I do with the time that I have and with the physical abilities that I have right now? If you haven't exercised for, 5 years, 6 years like me before cancer, there is no point in trying to run a marathon when you haven't done any exercise. So I believe that, some movement, I don't even like calling exercise, because there is pressure that you need to do a whole thing with this exercise thing, some movement, and it can be just simply walking on spot if that's where you are at. Just putting some music on and just walking on spot on your pajamas, make it simple. Another thing that you could be doing any kind of this YouTube, there's millions of classes, that you can utilize and doing. Again, there is 10 minutes classes, cardio classes, there is 10 minutes weight classes, there is whatever you want to find. But it's important for you to set yourself with the right expectations. If all you have is 10 minutes, do the 10 minutes. You will get the results. Right? And again, with the meditation, it's the same thing, like if you have time to spend 5 minutes or 10 minutes quieting your mind, focusing on your breath, that's probably going to be the only time you're going to have in the day to doing that. you know, especially if you were a parent. Like, I realized that if I didn't do my self-care in the morning, I didn't have any more time to do anything. So it was important for me to carve out that time in the morning. So these days when my kids wake up, I'm already doing my exercise and I have already done my meditation. But again, you know, if all you can do is 5 minutes, that's all you can do. If it's all you can do, it's 3 minutes, it's 10 minutes, whatever you can do, focus on that. You know, the comparing, the expectations that we have from the outside world is what stops us, because we feel like if we're not doing this, we're failing. And that's not true. You know, the truth is that you are the only one that can decide what it looks like for you to do in the movement and the meditation, the exercise. You're the only one who can decide, you know, what can I do that is going to be consistent, that I can actually commit to doing it every day. And once you decide that, you know, you plan in your head, you rehearse in your head the night before. Again, the biggest problem people encounter is thinking that they're going to wake up on Monday morning thinking, you know, I am motivated to exercise and to eat healthily today. I haven't done for the last 5 years, but I'm going to do it today. That doesn't happen to you or to anyone. You need planning. You need to take in small steps if you want long-term results. So planning is everything. You know, plan what you can do, what's achievable to you in regards to your morning routine, and stick to it. You know, I would say a minimum of 6 weeks, so you can kind of really feel, you know, the benefits, and the habits can start being, you know, part of you, ingraining in your body, mind, and soul. So, you know, maybe, you know, you can start waking up, you know, with already that, you know, excitement of, you know, this is what I'm doing today, because this is what I have been doing for the last 4 weeks. You know, this is exactly what happens with my clients. You know, when I hold them accountable and we agree on a morning routine that is doable for them, they tell me, Angelica, it's no longer like a chore. You know, I'm doing it because I want to do it, because I know that I feel good about it. You know, this is where the beauty and the magic happens. But you've got to trust the process, and you need to start where you are at. So really hope this is helpful to you. You know, if you are in this journey, trying to carve some time out for you. As a parent, I feel that that's very, very important. As a cancer survivor, I feel that's very important. As a human being, I feel that's crucial, you know, for us to kind of really become the best version of ourselves every day. It's really carving time for us only. That is not being selfish. You know, that is filling our cups before we go out in the world. So really, you know, meeting where you are at with your abilities physically and, you know, time-wise, it's really important. You know, deciding what you're going to do and simplifying that part of the process and not overcomplicating that, and rehearsing and planning in your mind exactly what you're going to do. So, you know, you don't get there, turn up not knowing what's going to happen. Hopefully this is helpful to you guys. If you believe that somebody would benefit in listening to this video, you know, share this video with somebody who is in this healing journey, perhaps together with you as well, or somebody who, you know, is feeling exhausted and complaining to you that they're exhausted all the time, right? Or they're emotionally stressed out. You know, this is going to be really, really crucial for people to getting out of that state. You know, if you want to watch the next video and don't want to miss out, you know, subscribe in below so you don't miss out on the next video. And if you are in a position where you want to create new habits and change, and you have tried different things but you haven't quite figured out the best way to go about it, and you're wanting to create unstoppable energy, emotional and mental clarity, you know, book a call with me and let's see if we can chat and if I can help you in this journey. You know, I'd love to hear from you. But for now, thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you on the next video.